Good evening, everyone, for yet another Tea with Tea, our last one in January, which is kind of wild. Um, Although my husband was talking last night or this weekend that this has been the longest month of January ever. I think it's partially weather related, right? We've had quite a bit of nasty weather, and that makes everything kind of drag out. And I'm like cold this evening, so I do have a mug. It has coffee in it. It's decaf coffee. But I maybe should have gone with the caffeinated version. I have some more work to do this evening. I don't know if I'll get it done or not, but I'm here with you and getting to hang out. And so, welcome. Happy to have you. And tonight, I was maybe a little more elusive in the theme, talking about that. I've heard your concerns and your requests, and tonight I wanted to talk about the solution. And so I have been talking to lots of you for a long time, but especially in the last probably 6 to 9 months about lots of different things that you guys have expressed about kind of wanting or needing. And I'm going to put up here some of the most common ones. So let me take myself off so you can see it better. Maybe if I can reach myself over there. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can do it this way. Well, now I'm kind of in the way. Oh, that's too little. And that's too little too. Okay, well, wonder if I can't get my thing to scroll. There we go. Now I can pull myself off. Okay, so here are some of the things that I hear the most from you guys. That I need yoga more than once a week. And I, of course, am only one person. And so I have two public classes here in town. And a lot of times people can come, or they try to come really consistently to at least one of those. But they would love to have more classes every week. But like I said, I'm just kind of one person, right? And for now, my family still kind of likes seeing me. When I yoga at home or I try to yoga at home, it feels very isolating. So I hear that too, that people, because I'll often say, well, I have YouTube, I have some shorter flows on there you could try. But sometimes at home, we feel like we don't do as much or it just doesn't have the same feel. I also hear the type of yoga I want or I need isn't what's offered on the studio schedule for that day. Right. I think this happens really frequently. It's like, oh, I would really like yoga, but I don't really want to do sculpt today. I don't feel that. I really want a restorative class or I want just a gentle vinyasa. And so that can be a mismatch. Another thing I have heard from you guys, my schedule just doesn't match up with the studio schedule. And I think this is a huge one. I can only offer class when it works for me and my family and with my other job. But I realize that that isn't always going to be a perfect match for your schedule and the things that you're juggling with your work and your family and where your work is and when yoga would be best for you. Some people like morning yoga, some people like evening yoga. So, schedule matching is always a major concern. Additionally, I live far away from the studio, so the travel time added to the class time is just too much to do. That I have to get there, do the class, and get all the way home, and it's now 2 hours of my time. And I just can't commit to that on a regular basis. More and more of you, as I yoga with more and more people, um, is that I'm not where you are, right? That your yoga classes aren't where I live. Additionally, some people, if you're traveling or where you live, yoga classes can be really expensive. When I travel and go to yoga classes, it's really common for the drop in rate to be $25. And that's just the norm. But that can be really expensive and can add up really quickly. And that's also, you're dropping into a class you haven't taken before. You're traveling and you don't know, and you're not sure it's going to match up with the what you're expecting. And then you're paying, a pretty steep rate. And another concern or request is that, especially on YouTube, things are free on YouTube, but I want to know that the video I start is going to be something I'll like and is the style of yoga I enjoy, right? And how frequently have we gotten into a video and then all of a sudden it's just, what is happening, or what poses are they cueing, or I'm not understanding what it is they want from me, right? Or what they think I should be doing. So, a lot of these are concerns and requests from you guys, and trying to figure out, because I want to yoga with everybody and I want to give everybody all the yoga that they can. But again, in a way that's feasible for me and my family and my time. And so, let's talk about the solution. I'm super excited about this, and I hope that it's something that you will find valuable and that you're interested in. So I'm going to pull up a second blue screen and take, hopefully, nope, wrong one. This one up. Okay, so I am launching, and you may have heard of this, depending if you're in the beginner's course, they have a little special that they're going to get. But I'm launching a monthly membership that will be online. And it is for each month, you have this 24-hour access to a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to talk about, and all for the price of one class at many studios across the country, for less than one single private session, even with me. So in the membership, there's going to be a library of flows, obviously, right? You can't have a yoga membership without a whole bunch of yoga flows in it that are going to be of different lengths. And this will grow every month, as you'll see. There's a foundation of flows in there already that I've added, including a section of flows. Requests I get a lot are, my shoulder hurts, like what should I do for this? Or my back is stiff today, or I have a headache, like yoga for kind of specific concerns. So I have a section in the membership that is yoga for what ails you. And in there already is yoga for headache and for those funky feeling days. So I feel like we have those quite a bit, right? And there's an intention setting flow that's about 45 minutes that's already in there. And each month, this library of flows will continue to grow. And this library will have a range of classes. So, how we talked before, one of the concerns is, does the studio schedule match with what I'm wanting or needing today? Well, if it doesn't, that's this membership. You'll have something in there. You can look around. I'm going to be putting some restorative in there, some sculpt in there. So there'll be a wide range of opportunities and flows to match how you're feeling for that day. Additionally, each month, one of the things that was really important to me if I did this was I wanted live classes, so that it wasn't always just a video, but that you saw me live and that they were full length classes. So once a month, I'm going to move it all around each month when it will be, to try to help match some of those alternating schedules. In February, it's going to be on a Saturday at 8 a.m. And it's going to be a full length class. And this will be, in this membership, is the only place outside of the studio that you'll find full length classes from me. And so we'll have a live full length class each month. And if you can't make the live class, the recording will go into the library. So every month, not only will there be a live class, but you're going to additionally have this growing library of all the previous full length classes in there. Additionally, guided meditations. A lot of you have a strong meditation practice already. A lot of you have talked about wanting to do more with that. So there's already a meditation in there, and each month I'm going to add an additional guided meditation to the library. Number 4, I'm a teacher at heart, and so one of the things I always really like sharing with my people is continued tips and knowledge about your yoga practice so that it will stay safe and that you can keep progressing and deepening your practice. And then the community element. One of the struggles I had, and that took me the longest to try to come up with how to remedy, was how do we try to replicate the community that's in the studio? Because I love when people come into the studio and they see one another and they see um, people that are also consistent and coming a lot, and they connect and they say, "Oh, yeah, how's your cat?" or "How's this?" or "How's the remodel going?" And it's not necessarily all about yoga, but it's important, right? That connection. And so, how can I continue to foster that? So, I have Zoom built into the course, and we'll set up again, it'll move around different times each month. And, maybe we'll do a kind of poll on what would work best for people, but just a real informal community chat where we can all see one another, we can all connect, and it's not just me leading yoga, but it's that everybody just gets to say, "Hey, what are you doing?" and "It's cold here," or "It's warm here," or whatever. And so that community element too, so that you don't feel as isolated. That when there's going to be a live, you can say, "Oh yeah, when's the next live?" and "Oh, we should do this type," and "Oh, I'll be there," and "So and so, will you be there?" And so you'll know that you're kind of making these plans with someone else. Additionally, if you saw on my Facebook post over the weekend, I'm also thinking about just some audio files that you could download and put on your phone and flow without needing a video. So just hearing me, especially if you're already comfortable with my style and with yogaing with me for a while, you may not need the video, right? And you can feel comfortable with just the audio file of a flow. So a couple of things that might additionally show up in the membership, but all of this and continuing to grow, and it's very much something that I see as a living membership that based on the members, I will adjust or will change or I'll put something new in there or stop doing something that they don't like or whatever, right? That this can continue to evolve and adjust as we want it to. So this is the new thing, and I'm super excited. I'm going to put the link to the information page where you can join from into the comments so you can check it out. I also hope you'll share it with people, and because again, I want to yoga with everybody. I believe in my brand of yoga, and I want to share it with as many people as possible. And I want to provide yoga for you more fully than I have in the past. And I'm hopeful that this is a way for me to do that. So, Yoga with TG, the membership. There will also be a members only Facebook group and a real private, safe place. That's where the lives will originally, um, well, where they will originate before they go into the library, that type of thing. So I'm super excited, and please let me know too in the comments if you have questions about the membership or send me a message. I'm happy to answer anything. You also have, when you go to the join, you get 7 days risk free. So right now, if you were to join, you have 7 days, and you can cancel with no obligation. But you'll see what the base is, that we're only going to grow from here. There will only be additional flows and meditations and full length classes that will be added. So you'll have access now to, the foundation pieces. And then as a founding member, right, you can help direct what gets added next to help me prioritize what you want, if it's sculpt or restorative or a certain ailment that you would use a lot. So keep me posted, and I'll put the link to the membership in the comments. And I hope to hear from lots of you, and that we can get this online community as strong and as amazing as our studio community. And that this is an additional way to help you grow in your yoga practice and to bring it more and more into your life in a meaningful way. So thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful and safe week. Namaste.